Joining me right now is Newark Councilman Ronald C. Rice.
Joining me again, our Newark Councilman Ronald C. Rice.
Joining me now from D.C. is the Senior Director of Government Relations for the National Alliance is Ron Rice.
5 money habits that are making you broke without you realizing it. If you're always wondering where your money went, these 5 habits might be the reason why. And let me add, you're not alone in these habits. Most of America is actually broke. 80% of Americans have some type of debt. Now, thankfully, 62% of Americans have mortgage debt. That's bad, but it's not the worst. But listen to these other stats, okay? 45% of Americans have credit card debt. 44% of Americans have auto loan debt. 15% of Americans have student debt. That's a liberal estimation here, right? And most of you do not even realize how bad habits are literally draining your wallet. I want you to stick around to the end of this video for a couple of bonus tips that can help you right now. Many of my points and recommendations are straight ripoffs from financial guru Dave Ramsey. So I got to give him credit. He's trademarked a lot of this stuff. His offering, Financial Peace University, and my own continuing personal journey to get debt-free and embark on creating financial freedom and generational wealth. So let's go. Habit number 1, you don't have a monthly household budget. And when you don't have a budget, you not only do not know what you are spending money on, you don't know if you're overspending or not. You don't know how much money is coming in or how much money is going out. Now, I know what you're thinking, because it's what I thought for most of my adult life. Budgets restrict my spending, and it means I won't have any money to have any fun with. You can't have that. Actually, if you do it the right way, it liberates you. So you know how much money you actually have to have fun with and how much you don't. It also tells you how much you have to save to have more fun than you currently have cash to do as well. A budget will also reveal how much money you waste on dumb stuff. I'm gonna say dumb shit. That's what it is. I once saved $200 a month, $200 a month, by just getting rid of social media subscriptions that I was getting charged for but was no longer using. You know, that $5, $6, $20 thing that just pops up and you just pay for. Got rid of it, save money immediately. Habit number 2, you live your life with debt like it's normal. And you know why you think debt is normal? Because everyone you know thinks it is. And the ones telling you that it is, yeah, they're some of the same folks trying to get you to be in debt to them. Who are some of these culprits? Credit card companies. They give you credit cards through promotions at college before you even have a job. That's how I got my first credit card, a Phi Sigma Kappa fraternity fundraiser, card application, a free pizza, literally what I got. And then a new credit card. They even tell you to get a credit card to pay off and consolidate other credit card debt. Who else is trying to get you to be in debt? Car companies want you in debt. They're offering you great leasing terms, low APR, zero money down, zero for signing. Who else wants to keep you broke? Higher education wants to keep you in debt with tuition costs. I remember getting law school loans and having school loan processors advise me to get more money, extra money for living purposes. Credit rating services and banks will actually tell you that law school loan debt is something called good debt. And a lot of people will tell you to use debt to get what you want. I'm sure you heard that before. Let me tell you what the Bible says. In Proverbs 22:7, it says quite clearly that the borrower is slave to the lender. It's true then, and it's still true. Mark my words, you will never get financial freedom until you become debt-free. Habit number 3, you compare your financial life to images you see on social media. Everywhere you look on social media, you see people flossing, right? Popping collars, popping bottles, pretending like they have money, and you compare your life to theirs. The trouble is, they're lying to you. And tell me what you see, right? What you see is, you see a bunch of men telling you that they are flipping houses, right? They're investing in Bitcoin, crypto, and selling things, right? but they rent apartments, they own no property, and they have burner phones and are on child support, right? And the women are no better. They're telling you they make six figures, travel the world, have their own businesses, which typically can be OnlyFans pages. That's a business. Sport expensive purses, right? Go on Valentine dinners with their girlfriends and list of places that they will not go on a first date to, but who also want a man to buy their kids a takeout order when you take them out to dinner, get their hair and nails done, and won't go 50-50 with the man because they can do bad all by themselves. It's an illusion. As you also see rappers and sports figures now admitting that they actually rent their jewelry. Lots of car companies in Atlanta, LA, and NYC rent luxury cars. And lots of women love to take pictures in front of them while they're parked on the street for clicks and likes, like this is my car, this is my man's car. Social media is mocking you. Don't make your financial decisions for your life based on what you see on your favorite app. All right, habit number 4. You buy and you lease cars on credit. And you probably asking me, like, well, that's what everybody does. But I will tell you, buying a car on credit or leasing it is the worst habit contributing to your brokenness. Cars are not assets. By assets, I mean something that increases in value. No, they actually decrease in value as soon as you drive it off the car lot. A new car typically, check this out, loses 10 to 20% of its value as soon as it gets off the sales lot. It loses 15 to 30% in its first year and 40 to 60% of it in its first 5 years. And luxury cars and models actually depreciate even faster. Flossing with your ride will keep you broke. Do you know the kinds of cars millionaires with great fortunes actually buy for themselves? I'm not talking about what their companies buy, to make you look good, which is a tax write-off. I'm talking about for their own use. It's not Lamborghini or Maybach or any other foreign model that you may think of. They buy reliable and practical brands with cash. Toyota, Honda, Ford, Lexus, and Subaru. Save up, buy a car you can afford in cash. Then you have no monthly payment. You have lower insurance premiums, and then you start saving for your next one after you pay for your last one. Habit number 5, you don't save. Like BDP, right? You must learn, you don't save. Although a 2023 Nerd Wallet survey found that 89% of Americans save money on a regular basis, it's higher than I thought. Less than half of Americans, 45%, could cover a $1,000 emergency expense without resorting to credit cards and a loan. You see the pattern here? Life in America and who runs your life, keeping you relying on debt to survive? Okay, but I digress. A Yahoo Finance survey also found that only 22% of Americans who do save are satisfied with the amount that they have actually saved. Now, saving from your 20s on can ensure that you can retire a millionaire, even making $40,000 to $60,000 a year if you save right. Now, I did not have good saving skills, to be frank with you, until the pandemic, when I used being home to pay off lots of debt. Saving allowed me to begin paying off significant debt. And as a Christian, I was raised to tithe 10%, save 10%, and use 80% for bills and extras. And I wish I had listened to Mother Witt earlier and I wouldn't be in the position I was in late in life. Lastly, let me say this. Your salary will always be your biggest source to create financial independence. Use it and save with it. It's your sword and your buckler shield. Now, I promised you 2 things you can do right now to give you the 101 on what to do to stop being broke that you can do right now. Number 1, take the course I mentioned earlier when we started. Financial Peace University is a Dave Ramsey product, and learn the 7 baby steps to generational wealth building. Baby step number 1, you save $1,000 for an emergency fund, because as we said, most Americans can't pay for an emergency fund problem with $1,000. Step 2, you pay off all your household debt except your mortgage. That's going to take you a long time, maybe years even, but you can do it. Baby step number 3, that's where I'm at right now in my family. You save a fully funded emergency fund that will cover 3 to 6 months of your expenses for the big problems that may come up, right? Baby step number 4, you start investing 15% of your gross income into retirement. Baby step number 5, you save college tuition for the kids. If you don't have kids, start a tuition fund if you know you're going to have kids. Baby step number 6, investments, and you pay off your house early. So you're going to forget about the house. You pay it off early as you have more income. And then baby step number 7, you give generously for the rest of your life. Would you love to go to a restaurant and give a woman a $500 tip? Would you love to just give $1,000 to somebody you see on the street who you knows needs it? You can do that. And number 2, start a budget right now, today. I use the Every Dollar Budget app. It's a zero-based budgeting system that is easy to use and accounts for all of your spending to the penny. The main thing is you have to decide to do whatever it takes to not be broke. And it doesn't begin without getting debt-free and staying that way forever. Now, if you want more tips on money and financial freedom or to follow my journey a little bit more, make sure you subscribe. New videos every week. Stay curious. And remember, think. It ain't illegal yet.